Hey guys, happy Halloween. Welcome to your daily tarot reading for Samhain, Halloween, All Hallows Eve. I hope you guys are having fun celebrating it. I hope that you all dress up or do something fun today, and definitely celebrate your ancestors today. All right, definitely check out the new moon in Scorpio reading if you haven't, because that energy is definitely still knocking around. Today we're using the Usi Pagan Other Worlds deck for most of the reading. I also have some other fun decks for Halloween here. I have the Gypsy Witch Tarot. I also have the Mini Tarot, which is all little ghosts. So we're going to have fun today. I'm actually going to open this now because I always have such a hard time opening it. It's by Bill Miller. And if you want to check him out on his Instagram, it says Airport Life. Instagram Airport Life. Interesting. But they're these tiny little cards. They all have these little ghosts on them. And they're so cute. So we're going to use some of these. We're going to use the Usi deck. And we're going to have some fun. I'm dressed up, obviously. I'm actually dressed up for the Scorpio and Taurus videos. So keep an eye out for those. But let's get right into this, guys. Actually, before I start shuffling, I really want to read you guys this adorable little tidbit about Samhain from my lunar, I always forget what this thing is called. It's not called a lunar diary. It's the Astro Moon Diary for 2019. If you do live not in the UK, they do have versions for it that are not in UK timing. I did not know that. So sometimes my timing for certain, astrological events is a little bit off, and that's why. For those of you in the US who are like, what is she talking about sometimes? But anyways, let's do this little read here. Samhain, Festival of Completion. Samhain is also known as All Hallows Eve, Halloween, or the Day of the Dead, a time to honor the dead and our ancestors. At the peak of autumn, energy is rapidly disappearing within and underground as daylight fades earlier every day. It seems as if the sun has deserted us as it moves away southwards. Outside, the trees are losing their leaves, and the energy around us causes us to contemplate our own mortality. And if you know a Scorpio, I'm sure that they have brought up death to you recently. My Scorpio has. So if any of you are Scorpios, have you been thinking about death and regeneration and rebirth and lost loved ones and stuff? Because I feel, in my experience, that y'all Scorpios are thinking about that stuff right now. But we'll see in your monthly video, which I'm actually going to shoot after this if you're a Scorpio. And also, extra happy birthday to those born today. What an amazing day to be born. I'm so jealous of you. So let's get into this. We're again starting off with the Usi Pagan Other Worlds. The moon is in, what is it in? Sagittarius into Capricorn. And the moon and Jupiter are together in the evening. And obviously Mercury goes, oh my gosh, as I almost dropped the deck. How funny is that? How have I not mentioned it? Mercury is retrograde. Mercury is retrograde in Scorpio, guys. Ooh, that's a nice card to get out first, though. Four of Wands. So Mercury is retrograde in Scorpio. This is going to be a deep one. I do want to bring up a little thing about the Mercury retrogrades that I've noticed. Every time that, the Mueller investigation has come out, has been investigated, and then now when it's being reviewed again, where are we at here, guys? Mercury retrograde. It has been every single time within a retrograde. See, I can't even say it right because Mercury retrograde makes me talk like Yoda. But every time it's been up for review, it's been brought out, it's been during a Mercury retrograde. However, I think the retrograde in Scorpio is going to be a hell of a lot different. I think that this is going to bring up some really intense, deep, dark things that we can no longer ignore. So this is going to be an intense one, but I think this is the Mercury retrograde that we have kind of needed all year, especially with Uranus and Taurus also retrograde, being, knocking just things around like a bull in a china shop, but just extremely unexpectedly. So it's going to be an interesting month ahead, I think. And I always feel like Samhain is a day when we're really closing out the year. This is kind of more of a new year for me than the new year. I don't really enjoy, I'll be honest, the holiday season is in like Christmas and all that. So this is kind of my new year. So let's think about the year ahead today in this reading, as our ancestors would like us to. Take that upright. I feel like that's meant to be upright. And you know what? It's a day of fun, so we're going to take that Three of Cups and put it upright, especially when we got the Ten of Swords right next to it. We'll see what pops out here. Just going to get a couple more. So the energy for today, October 31st, Halloween. What are you guys dressing up as? Put it in the comments, and I will remember to put my Halloween playlist in the comments as well. I kind of like, okay, this is a really weird reading, but like, that's why we got multiple decks today. And I actually want to start off in terms of clarifying with the Gypsy Witch here. But let's talk about the cards that we already have out. I'm just going to pull them out of their box. So first of all, like I said, we have the Four of Wands, then we get the Ten of Swords. Two very opposite cards. Four of Wands is, for me, a card of being very in alignment, happy. It could also, I mean, for me personally, I as a reader often see it as a, like, almost like a fantasy future home, like happiness card, when everything is perfect, when you're imagining your life, you know, as you would like it to be, when you are fulfilled and happy. And right next to it, we get the Ten of Swords. So some of us might not be feeling very happy where we're at. We might even feel like this is, you know, in the distance and we're kind of stagnant, and instead kind of stuck in an energy where we can't move forward, where we're seeing all the problems, all the issues, all the things that are not right, and we're really feeling them, especially in a mental sense. Three of Cups, and then we get the Five of Wands reversed, Two of Cups. And before I get even further into this reading, I just want to start pulling some clarifiers, because this is a weird one. And I feel, because the energy is, you know, so deep today. I mean, the veil is so thin. If any of you guys have been seeing ghosts and things, let me know in the comments. I have. It's been really weird. I am not somebody who... It's not that I love, like, ghost stories and, like, haunting things, but, like, seeing them is very overwhelming and weird. Having dreams, like, really intense dreams all this month has been really weird, and I'm trying to vibe with it, but it is pretty weird. So let's see. Very much like this reading. Someone's gonna get mad about it. Ooh, I like this though. Okay, yes. Number 34, the star ensures success in all enterprises when near, when very distant, some unlucky events. And I mean, that's just for how you pull the Gypsy Witch Tarot. But if you've been with me a long time, you know that I almost see these as somewhere in between tarot and an oracle deck when I use them, and at least the relationship that I have with them. But they're a really interesting deck. I actually got these in Salem. They're one of my couple decks that I have from Salem from when I was living up there. But this is a really beautiful card to get, and I feel like, yes, there's been Ten of Swords. We've had endings. We've had losses. We've been up against the wall and fighting for whatever it is that we need to fight for. You know, again, defending ourselves, trying to get where we want to go. It's been a difficult year. And I think that, you know, especially going into Scorpio season is plunging you back into those depths, reminding you of all the things that went wrong and, you know, why they went wrong and what we need to do about it for the future. And we could be feeling a lot of loss, guilt, shame, you know, almost anger and frustration at ourselves. A lot of this kind of indicates here. I could also be, you know, I've lost, you know, friendships, a job or something like that, whatever that might be. But Three of Cups and Five of Wands reversed. With the star here, this number 34, there's success. And we kind of have to almost stop fighting today to get there. Ooh, interesting. Number 24, hand in hand, indicates confiding disposition. So for me, when I see this, I like this. It's the King of Hearts, which is kind of like the King of Cups here. And you see two people kind of grasping at each other. It's about connection. And I say that especially because we have, you know, Three of Cups and the Two of Cups in this reading. This to me feels like it's time to reach out in relationships, to reconnect, to be with other people, and have some good fun today, and stop, you know, trying to fight up against this energy. Let it flow through you. Just kind of let the emotions run through, and then enjoy the rest of this day, because it's not worth spending an extended amount of time in that Ten of Swords headspace when it's really just there to release that energy. Okay, this deck is really hard for me to shuffle, which is why I'm suddenly like looking down here. But let's see some clarifiers for today. It's so tiny. What's popping out here? Two of Swords reversed. I feel that some of you guys need to make the decision to not make a decision right now, and that sounds so insane, right? But it's saying make the decision to not make the decision right now. The energy is not that clear. And again, like I said, Mercury, and when it goes retrograde, always kicks the door down on the way in. It's like, bam, I'm here. I'm, effing shit up here. Pardon my French. I didn't mean to, but again, retrograde. It's going to make me a mess. I can already tell. Two of Swords reverse. I see other readers out there on YouTube having trouble. I saw Gemstone Tarot saying the same thing. Saw another reader, I think, I can't remember her name, but she was also having trouble. I'm like, so it's not just me. But then we get the Page of Cups. We need to kind of extend more lighthearted energy to the day, have some more fun, be the Page of Cups, explore nice energy, explore friendships, reach out to others, just have a good time. 3 of Cups, 5 of Wands reverse, 2 of Cups. Don't get involved in any fights. It's not worth it. It's better to, appreciate what we have, extend our friendship, extend our love to others. And if anyone's asking us to go out and do something, don't fight against it. Just do it. Have some fun. It's really just reconnect here. Have a good time. So let's pull a couple of oracles now. And again, look at how cute this is. Like, I don't think I really had you guys look at this that long, but it's a little Page of Cups and it's a fish, the little fish in the cup. It's just so cute. Let's pull a Romance Angel. Why not? We'll pull one, even though I don't really feel like it's the energy for today. Whatever. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So yeah, despite what has happened in the past, you have to trust that whatever's happening right now, especially in friendships, relationships, it's whatever depth is coming out, whatever we need to talk about. It feels like maybe deep conversations for those of you in relationships or in budding relationships is what brings you closer. So I would say open up, especially open up about that 10 of Swords headspace and how you're feeling. But also choose to not stay in that energy once you've, talked about it, let it go, done whatever you needed to do to release it, or let somebody know how you're feeling. Let it go and just have a good time, reconnect, and allow this energy to ascend you to a higher level here in terms of relationships. And even if you're not in a relationship, it's about letting go of these negative expectations that we have. It's, I'm never going to find this person, I'm going to be alone forever, all that stuff. That's what you tell yourself, but now is a great time to release it, and it feels like this is a new beginning for reconnecting in terms of love and having a more fun time with it. See, I really can't speak in this retrograde. This is going to be rough, guys. I'm not excited now. Let's see. Ooh, Barmbrack. Love it. Sweetness and synergy. We're going to take it. Okay. And I really like this. I think this is perfect. So Barmbrack is what they've been, it's like, what is it? Let me see, actually, if I can read about it. It's an Irish tradition for Samhain, and I have an Irish follower that corrected me on that, on how to say that, because I butcher everything I try to say, so I apologize for that. I've been saying it wrong for years, that means, which is super embarrassing. But this is an Irish tradition, and you would bake a loaf of bread here, and you put salt, dried fruit, raisins, and then you'd put some different types of oracle things. So it'd be, the traditional objects were a coin, a pea stick, a ring, and a small piece of cloth like a muslin. And other additions made in the more modern times were religious metals. And so depending on what your slice contained, it would be your fortune for the year ahead. So, if it was a coin, you'd get prosperity and good luck. So that's the meaning behind Barmbrack here. Now let's do the little reading here on the deeper meaning, because I just thought it'd be interesting to tell you guys about it, as it is a Samhain tradition. When you pull the Barmbrack card, it indicates a curiosity to know what is ahead, but it's important to balance that with the now. After all, we have the tools to change our future should we choose. The sweet synergy of Barmbrack, all the ingredients, including the objects, are more complete and powerful together than they are individually, should encourage you to seek your own sweet spot. So, it's not about going that way that's just been you hitting your head against a wall here. It's kind of letting it go and allowing the universe to shift you in a new direction here and not fighting the flow anymore. Enjoying what you can in this moment is what's going to take you past whatever you're feeling blocked by right now, okay? So have a wonderful day, guys. Happy Halloween, happy Samhain, happy All Hallows Eve, happy Day of the Dead. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Check out the Samhain video that I made on basics and tips, and make sure to subscribe, guys, if you haven't. Have a wonderful and blessed day. Namaste.